right, America, I think you had enough. I think y'all had enough. You're over it. And so you should be. I mean, when the Hollywood elites and the governor and Mayor Garcetti, they can exempt their friends in Hollywood from the COVID restrictions. And you see, like, folks in that video from Pineapple Hill, that woman, Pineapple Hill Grill. You see the Attilas out there in New Jersey. You see, what was that one spot up in New York? Staten Island Grill. You see what happened to these folks. You saw what happened to the East Salon up in San Francisco. You see what happened to these people. We get ostracized with a regular average individual American, and we own our own businesses and stuff. And these governors, they can use their power to impose upon us their restrictions. Each and every one of us is watching it happen, and there comes a point where it's a breaking point. And I think we're at that point. So I want to give you some instructions, maybe some tips about what to do, because a lot of us are saying, what do? We complain all the time. We're putting videos out showing stuff being bad, but we're not doing anything. So let's do something about it, okay? So first off, let's do something, okay? Let's take back our freedom, okay? 3 steps, 3 easy steps. First step is, all of us, every single one of us who owns a business, you need to band together with other businesses. So if you are a restaurant, let's say you're the Coen brothers or something like that, and you've got restaurants, whatever, here in San Diego. I love Ventana up in Escondido. Maybe you've got restaurants, taco shops, whatever. You'll need to band together and you just say, hey, we're staying open. And then when you do that, you reach out to attorneys. I believe, okay, now I'm hoping that I believe that there are attorneys out there who are going to be willing to work pro bono just because they see how unlawful this stuff actually is. They're going to want to work for people because it'll put their name out there, and they'll basically say, hey, this will give me some publicity, but also, 2, folks will have a place to go to if and when the government decides to come after the citizens like they already are doing. So hook up with some businesses who are willing to stand up with you and stay open, and then reach out to some attorneys who will actually back you lawfully when the attempts come for fees and all that stuff and fines. All right. The second thing is, you need to commit to the cause. Okay, you need to commit to it. That means you need to commit to your freedom. Commit to saying, I am going to stay open. I am going to be open, and I'm going to do all that I can to take this fight to the government. The government is doing what it can do to impose upon us these crazy rules. When you see one group exempting another group for their own benefit, you know that we are living under authoritarians. So you see an Inslee, or you see a Newsom or a Cuomo or a Whitmer who will use their own rules for the people, but they won't use it themselves. You understand and know that you're under a tyrannical tyranny. But it's not gone to the point where we're actually all of us mass going to jail yet. So let's freaking just take the fight to them, man. Screw these people. So the next thing, so you need to commit to it, and when you commit to it, you need to be in for the fight, because it's going to be a fight. Okay, it is. There's no joke. That's why I said get yourself an attorney. I ain't a freaking attorney, but you want to get yourself an attorney, all right? And the last thing is here, you need to communicate with the people who are going to support you. This means that there are people like me, okay? I want to go to a restaurant. I want to go to a bar. I want to go to places where I can gather with other people. And I can wear my mask without there being hella stress and stuff. No big deal. Wash my hands. You can do the same exact thing. But you need to communicate with your people. If you have, like, let's just say, for instance, you're on Open Table, okay? Open Tables for restaurants. They use it to make reservations. They're usually like an email list of people. You communicate with your list of people who support you in your restaurant. You communicate with people who support your small business. And you connect with them and you say, we're staying open. We're going to do all we can to support you and having a place to go. But you need to support us by coming and visiting. And then when you go, if you're a restaurant, you go to a restaurant, you tip in cash, okay? Tip in freaking cash. So do this. Do these simple things. And why do you do this? Because the people who are out there that want to take your freedom, they don't believe in freedom. They believe in authoritarianism. They believe that the government should be the one to answer where your money comes from, not from your own desires that you've had in your own businesses and your own aspirations for your family. This is a time of joy. It's a time of peace right now in the Christmas season. A lot of people are going to have all these mental health issues because they're being used by the government for their purposes. So what do you need to do? You need to take it back, okay? Remember, land of the free, home of the brave. Land of the free, we're losing our freedom. Home of the brave means that they're expecting us to cower and not to say something. They're expecting us just to capitulate. They're expecting us just to abide by their rules that they don't abide by themselves. You can protect yourself against this freaking COVID virus, which exists, but the survival rate's a lot better than even the freaking vaccination rate. And we'll get into that another time. But take care of yourself, okay? because nobody else is going to do it for you. This is why I want to shout out to those businesses that are saying, just stay open. When churches can go to the Supreme Court and stay open in New York and California, businesses can only do so by banding together. You have to band together. If you don't, you'll try to do it by yourself and you won't have any success. Band together, come together, and then fight this freaking system. These people are freaking tyrannical. They're ridiculous and they don't care about you. And no matter what people say, I've tried to tell folks before, this is why I got throttled. People didn't understand that there's an infection within the Democrat Party, which is authoritarianism, communism, and Marxism, and socialism. Understand that. Oh, let me make sure I say this too. I'm posting this to my Parler. I don't ask people usually to share my videos, and some people do, but share this one with your friends and family who are restaurant owners, who are a part of the business, who have their own businesses and stuff like that. Share it with them, but share it also on social media, but also share it via text. You can copy this video from my Parler, Truth Bombs and Bandanas on Parler and YouTube. Just look it up and you can find me. Share it via text because you can circumvent the jackholes like Mark Zuckerberg and freaking, what's his name, Jack Dorsey. These people are the elites from Hollywood, the elites from Silicon Valley. They try to suppress information. So circumvent their butts. Freaking use it via text, okay? So share this video via text. Let's see what we can do together, okay? Remember, if we band together, we take our freedom back. But remember this is the land of the free, the home of the brave, which means we have to be brave. We want to support you by going to your businesses, but you got to be brave by standing up to who these people actually are and turning out to be. Take care.